Oh, baby, how you lie. Can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. All my life, you're a friend of mine.
It's CC and Adam.
Why am I out of breath this morning? All I did was put up a microphone and turn on a camera.
Do you want to explain to the people what you encountered
Hi, Ellie.
when you got here
Wow.
on time?
There's stages of a podcast and friendship. And I think today we just kind of broke down every Berlin Wall of a friendship, if you will. Ellie, I get here. It's a Mom Millennial podcast, by the way. Welcome again. I get here and I knock on the studio door, which is at your place. See your place. And you're like, ah! And I'm like, it is Wednesday when we record. And I walk and I go, hey, can I come in? And she's like, just a minute, I'm in my PJs. And you run out in this like bearskin jackets. And you're like, hold on, I gotta get ready. I'll be right here. Make yourself at home. And then you come down 5 minutes later and you were like, I was not decent ready for this. And that's our morning.
I wasn't worried about it because I recently ordered a pair of flannel pajamas.
My favorite is how every podcast the past 2 weeks is I ordered. That's the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Love.
I have been wanting a long pair of flannel pants and then a matching flannel shirt. You know, like flannel pajamas, like cozy pajamas.
It's winter. It's the perfect time.
Yes. Now, it's way too hot to sleep in the pajamas, so I don't
Yes.
sleep in them. I just put them on when I wake up in the morning, you see? And so I had those on, but it's cold in my studio. So over top of that, I had my daughter's comfy. Do you know what a comfy is?
It's massive, whatever it is. It was big. As in very fluffy.
It's a large, oversized sweatshirt with a hood.
That's correct.
Which is why it goes by the name.
It's like a wearable blanket, essentially.
Yes, that's the perfect
Yes.
example. That's exactly what it looked
It's
like.
known as the comfy.
The comfy.
That's how you can order them online.
And it looked comfy.
And I was wearing that too. But like no makeup, potentially no undergarments. And Adam comes in and I go, and I scared him by my scream
My word.
and my attire and my so then I didn't get some of my radio logs in time, and so I was waiting.
Because
and
you
so
do a bunch of shows.
I do 4 shows every morning, and I was late, and I knew I was pushing it to the wire. I knew I was. And you're here on the nose every morning at exactly the same time. So
Have to be.
I was expecting you.
Yes.
But I just I had like 2 more minutes worth of stuff to do. And then the studio is in chaos because I've been borrowing your microphone and your headphones. Because the accountant and I have been doing a series. We're walking through the book of Luke for my other radio show.
Love that.
And so we're doing reflections on that day's reading in the studio.
Oh.
But then, I don't put anything back like you do so nicely. And I was like, set everything up. I'll be back down. After it's so dumb, the fact that this is recorded, because then I have to put makeup on. And then I'll have to take it off and work out and then reapply it.
Maybe we could do like a casual Friday podcast where we just like have our pajamas and
Love that.
maybe that'd be our Christmas episode.
Okay, let's do that.
Great.
Everybody shows up in casual. I like that. And then you can see my linen or my my flannel. Well, they sell the same set in linen. And I have a plan to order those in the spring too.
The seasonal pajamas.
So here we are.
Here we are.
We got a lot of feedback on our last episode regarding the appropriate temperature at which to keep your home.
Big debate.
Now, Gen Z over here, she likes to break things down.
Yeah, she's our numbers analytical expert.
And so we have different people that have checked in on Instagram have a different opinion than those that have checked on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Or YouTube?
Yeah. So the YouTube is team 68.
Whoop, whoop.
People say 100%, 68. Someone said 68 is perfect. If you walk outside and it's 68, I'm saying this is a beautiful day.
And it
And
is.
someone else said that
Wait, that's
64.
that's team YouTube?
Yeah, this is YouTube.
I have noticed for whatever reason YouTube people love whatever you say. I think it's because it's your generation on the YouTube.
You know, that's probably true, honestly.
And they get you.
You know, we're just all YouTubing together.
Right.
We're in this together.
My generation is more
Mom,
like Facebook.
You need to stop calling it the YouTube. You sound like boomers calling it the internet.
I will
It's
never
true.
not call it
It's true.
the YouTube from
You
here
go
on
wear the
forward.
comfy watching the YouTubes.
If you can call TikTok just TikTok, you can call YouTube just YouTube.
I want to get back to this temperature discussion.
Yes.
I was at my doctor's office yesterday and they have hired an older nurse. Okay. So she's
Okay.
got to be like 10 years older than me. And she was taking my health information. She's like, I'm so sorry. This AirPod, I'm having a hard time managing the AirPod. And I go, you might want to start by calling it an iPad.
Oh, and you're...
She goes, no, it has the word air on it. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's an iPad. Okay, so I get it, right? We have differences in the generation.
Sure, Kindle, iPad, it's all a screen, right?
Okay, so the YouTube is all about Adam's preferred temperature setting of 68.
Because it's perfect.
And then
Pretty much. Someone did say that 64 at night is what doctors recommend. That was another YouTube comment that we got.
nope. I was at my doctor yesterday, which, by the way, if anyone out there is interested in a newer type of medicine, go get you a naturopath or a new wave of doctor. I mean, you pay through the nose for this privilege out of pocket.
It's a lot of...
But I had a 90-minute appointment with my doctor.
Oh, my goodness.
90 minutes, which half of which was a therapy session. He recommended a book to me called The Power of Sleep or something like that. I'll get the exact title
Okay.
in my email. He said 65 is the best temperature to sleep at.
I could bargain with that. Yeah,
Okay.
65 is okay.
You're agreeing with the good doctor?
I think so. If you have an extra blanket or sheet, you're all right to go at 65.
Well, at 65, I'm still sleeping under 3 blankets. but- Okay, so 64 is someone's doctor recommended that. What were the other comments?
So TikTok is a little bit lower than Team 68. Someone said 67. Someone said 68. Actually, 2 people said 67. 2 people said 68. And one person said 65 to 68 max.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So they have a little bit of wiggle room.
Nobody was on team 71.
No, actually, one of our friends commented, actually my sister's friend commented on our video and said that her house is currently at 58 degrees.
Oh no.
58 degrees is abusive.
That's
Mom,
that's
you know
like-
who else says 58 degrees? Your sister.
Yeah, really?
Who said that? Which
Becky
sister?
commented on our Instagram video and said that they keep theirs at 58 at night and 65 during the day.
You mean Becky?
They also heat their home via wood burning.
Oh, so that might change it a little bit because it's
Yeah.
probably 80,000 right next to the wood
Probably.
stove, and then 4 feet away it's 58.
Probably. Okay, this is all very
And then one person on Instagram did side with Mom and said that she totally agreed with you and the house should be kept at 71.
Instagram are my people.
You mean the Instagram?
The Instagram,
The-
those are my people right there. Okay. So where do we land on this? 68
I think 68 is good
and
because
then 64, 65 at night?
that's fine. Yeah, that'll
That's
do. it's
That's fine.
it's I'll say this though. I'll share a story. When I was 10, we went down to my great grandpa's Florida home to stay for the week, and we all woke up in a pool of sweat in our own rooms, and we're like, "What the heck is happening? We're dying." We all get up and we go over. My grandma goes over the thermostat. He had it set at 80 degrees in Florida, and we were dying.
Welcome to menopause, my friends. You know those
Great grandpa,
you know
you're going
those-
through menopause.
You know
Oh
those
no!
stipulations where like you can put on a pregnant belly and get the experience of what it's like to be pregnant. It's all these weights. In
Oh,
there
yeah,
and
or the little
everything.
shock
You were
thing.
just in a simulation of menopause.
God bless every woman who's ever lived, who's ever
Okay,
existed.
what was the degree? What 80? What? In
80.
Florida?
He had it set. The
Ugh.
temperature outside was 68. See? 68 is perfect.
I do agree. 68 outside is perfect. No, I'm gonna go with 71. A better temperature outside.
I'll give you this. 70s is perfect outside.
Mhm.
68 outside with a breeze. little cool.
Yeah, it's a little cool.
It's a little chill.
And if you're by the lake, it's a lot cooler.
It's
in the
snowing.
60s.
It is very cold. That lake breeze, quote unquote, we call
Okay.
it. But yeah, 60s, upper 60s is just chef's kiss.
Okay.
Meanwhile, enjoy your tan in bed with 71.
If there is any other topics you would like us to discuss and how the generations break them down, leave us a comment, leave us a like.
Please.
That's helpful.
A subscribe, a follow on Spotify,
Where
Apple
are our
Podcasts.
socials at there, Gen Z?
I mean, they're doing pretty good. We're pretty steady on Instagram and TikTok, but we got a couple more YouTube subscribers this week.
Hey, well, thanks, guys, for watching and subsiving.
What's our plan to take over the new year? What should our plan
To take
be?
over.
To take over.
It's a little maniacal. Let's go for 200
Okay.
on YouTube.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend to turn their thermostat down.
And meet us back here.
Call it good. It'll be great. Well, that's good to know. I just want people to sleep better.
So I got my health report back.
Is this from the 90-minute
Mhm.
appointment?
Yep. I have my results right here.
You have it's a lot of colors.
So I'm at my 90-minute appointment yesterday. And we're going through all the things and how great I'm doing. And
Awesome.
I'm doing so great. And I'm taking all the supplements and la, la, la. And then he goes, well, I said, did you get those blood results back that I just came in and did the blood work? And he goes, yeah, let's go to those after we do after we, check your lungs. And he's like, I want to gear you up for it. And I was like,
What?
what?
What are you going to do to me? Like
What is in the blood results? And so you never want to see anything in red in your blood results.
That's not
right?
good. You don't want to see it on yours or car report.
True. Last year my results were pretty good. This year, I got the report back of my fatty acid balance test.
Uh-oh. Is
Right there.
this
Right there.
Oh, ooh. Now I see something is underlined in red. That's like the teacher's pen.
Mhm. Yeah, apparently my lipid profile went in the wrong direction this year.
Well, your lipids climb the ladder, huh?
I was like, what does that mean? He's like, fat in your blood. I was like,
Oh.
what? And he goes, I can tell you have a sweet tooth.
Oh my
I
word.
was like, you can tell that from my blood results? The horror. I'm going
Right?
to be sick next year when it's time to give the blood work. Yeah, you can tell I have a sweet tooth.
You know what I think it's from? It's from your
Sweets?
What? That's correct. Sign here. That'll be $5,000.
Oh, the birthday cake Ellie made me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's worth some high lipids, though, from what I've been told.
I know.
Honestly, yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Here's Ellie. Help me out with this if you think this is what's cause of it. I think it's that best day ever you do with your family.
Oh.
That's like
Oh,
lipid
that's
torture.
dangerous.
That's coming up.
I know. That's why I'm thinking about it. It's Christmas time, and this is where you eat crack or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an interesting story about the Christmas crack though
Have you
that we
heard
can
that
touch on later. But
The interesting is something.
about Christmas crack?
Did it freak your lipids out?
Threw me into vertigo.
Wait. Back the Christmas truck up for a second. What, beep, beep. What?
Christmas crack, for those of you who are wondering, is a dessert that you make where you put a sleeve of crackers, saltine crackers down.
saltine crackers.
Saltine
Okay.
crackers down. Although I've seen a variation of the recipe where you use graham crackers. I want to try that too.
Ooh.
Because I'm all about
Ooh.
being thrown into vertigo. You line a cookie sheet with saltine crackers.
Okay.
Then you melt butter with brown sugar to make a caramel. Then you
Oh my
put that
gosh.
over the saltine crackers. Then you
So excited.
sprinkle the top with chocolate chips. Then you put it in the oven and bake it for a time. Then the chocolate chips melt. Then you take it out and then you spread the melted chocolate chips over. And then you sprinkle like sprinkles on top of that. Then you put it in the refrigerator, let it harden. You crack it up, and it is legit Christmas crack. That is
You can
Awesome.
see it right there on my countertop.
Oh, she made some.
But I made a batch this weekend, and I will say I sent some pictures to some family members, and people were a little bit jealous that I made some Christmas crack.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I didn't get a picture of the Christmas crack.
Because you don't like it anymore.
Your
because
lipids
you
are too
threw up
high.
after eating it.
Okay.
Wait. Did you OD on
I
Christmas
OD'd.
crack?
Well, it wasn't just that. It was the combination because on the best day of the year, we get together and we go out to breakfast at Anna's house.
Which is a local amazing breakfast joint.
And I had the French toast.
Oh, the Twilight French toast.
Yes, which is like bathed in like sugar.
That's the real crack.
It's the real crack. And then everybody brought desserts and stuff, but I only ate desserts. I didn't eat any protein or anything. So then I was eating this Christmas crack. We were watching, and then what we do is we watch Hallmark movies all day.
Aww.
And this is a throwback to our childhood when we would all snuggle under our favorite blankets and we would watch movies all day. And then you would get up and you would yell SBBB, which was for spot back, blanket back. And then nobody could steal your spot on the couch
Your spot
or
or your
blanket.
blanket.
That's good because I thought it meant a sudden health condition that was going on
No.
from SBBB.
So I yell SBBB at the best day of the year because I got vertigo really bad and the room started spinning
Oh
and I
my
threw up.
enemy.
And then I've dealt with vertigo issues ever since.
from your Christmas crack incident of 2015. What in the world?
And now I can't eat it anymore.
Not even a little bit.
I literally even talking about it sends my stomach churning.
See, Ellie, it's a good thing you didn't send that picture because it could have sent her.
I
into a whole
know. I was
episode.
being thoughtful.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's too bad.
I know.
Can I have yours?
I'll make Christmas crack for you.
That I'll forget is on the shelf, and then it'll have to be thrown out anyways.
We'll have Christmas crack when we have our pajama podcast.
Well, one of our episodes actually lands on Christmas Day coming up this year.
Oh, it does.
It
yeah,
does.
Monday.
Done.
Okay.
Great. Crack and pajamas.
It is.
Merry Christmas.
Ellie, you can make it because you'll be home, right?
Yeah, I might be home for it. We'll see.
I love how Ellie has a
We'll
traveling
see.
menu.
Well, I'm just
What?
no, I'm just having trouble figuring out flights home. Is what I'm saying.
What? What?
She doesn't
I
want
thought,
to.
I thought they were secured.
Well, there's one that is secured, but I'm trying to get it earlier.
Oh.
And so I talked to my boss about it last week, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm fine with that. I just have to check with the CEO just to make sure he's all good about it." And they're so busy, there's not a chance she talks to him. So now my confrontational self doesn't want to have to bring it up again,
Isn't
even
she
though I need to bring it
engaged
up
to
again.
the E CEO?
Yeah, which is why she's not going to tell him about it because she's going to forget.
Ooh, juicy. Wow.
Don't you have to book the flight ASAP?
Well, we have the flight booked right now for the 20th, and I'm trying to get it booked for the 17th.
Aw.
Oh wow, that's soon.
That's.
But yeah, I'm looking at the calendar, and the Wednesday, which is when we record our podcast. Oh, that's the 20th. So you'll
It's
be
the 20th.
flying. Yeah, you need
Mhm.
to come home on the 17th, a couple of days earlier.
That
for
way you can
sure.
also be on the Christmas Day podcast.
Do you know what I would do?
Exactly.
This is how I roll. I would act first and ask for forgiveness later.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because if I
That's how I
play
live
this
my
out right
life.
too, if I play this out right, if I fly back on the weekend, I can still work a full week from home.
Makes me
ca-
nervous. I'm getting nervous.
our
You're gonna
Cath-
get fired.
Our Catholic friend deals. Do you know what Catholic guilt syndrome is?
How about just
Oh,
Adam guilt
oh, yes.
syndrome?
Okay. You take the
AGS.
You take the Catholic guilt part way to the nth degree.
I am. That's my crack. I am just fooling it in. Guilt, guilt, guilt.
You sweat internally, don't you?
I
You
sweat
follow
internally.
the rules.
And then the Lord calms me down. He's like, "All right,
okay.
just relax."
Okay.
So,
that
but
you would never do that, would you?
No, I can't. I can't. I asked for forgiveness when I didn't even do something where I needed permission.
You asked for
You get hit by the car and apologize for being in the way of the car.
Yes. I'm sorry. I wish this literally happened. There was a woman who tripped over her dog, broke her shoulder because she was looking back at the dog I was walking, and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." I'm like, I could have taken a walk at a different time. I didn't say that, but yes, that's exactly how I feel. So I think you should just send an
Nope.
email
No.
and just be like, "Hey, I just wanted to by this date. I was trying to figure out."
Okay, I gotta. Does your boss doesn't listen to this podcast? You have some coworkers that do.
I don't think so, but they're pretty chill if they
Okay,
did.
Adam tells me last week because we use is this Zoom or Skype?
This is Zoom. We
This
use
is
Zoom.
Zoom.
Yeah.
The
I think
way-
for a second, I don't-
the way
No,
that-
who uses Skype
I
anymore?
know. You mean the Skype?
I use the Skype. I do. I literally still use the Skype. I do. What? What?
That's fine. If you want to, video in
Okay.
black and white, but whatever.
Okay. So, so Adam was telling me that he goes last week. He goes. So this is Zoom, not Skype. He goes. Well, this is technically the church's account, but I asked for permission to use it for the podcast.
Yeah.
What skin is it off their bones? How does this affect them or impact them in any kind of way?
Well, they might be using church money to pay for the account yearly. So I was like, I should
Again,
ask.
church money.
I should
to
ask.
pay for the account.
Here's how guilt-ridden I am.
What do you Zoom with the priest and break or what?
Say, forgive me, Father, for I've Zoomed without asking. Here is how bad it is. I was Christmas shopping the other day, right? And I was like, I was going to get a gift from my dad, which I did, but I can't say what it is because he listens.
Shout out to Kevin.
Shout out to Dad. I'm going to say Kevin. That would have been weird. And I was like, you know what? Someone else might be getting this gift. So I send the other person I know who'd buy him this gift a text. I waited 40 minutes in the store for them to get back to me as I walked around pretending like I'm looking for something else to buy. And then they text me back. We didn't get the same gift, so it worked out. But I couldn't do it.
Adam, it's okay.
Is it?
Act first, then ask for forgiveness later. It's a beautiful way to live.
That reminds me of the thing is like, if everyone jumped off a cliff, would you jump off a cliff too? And blah, 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 blah. You know what? I wouldn't jump off a cliff because you would be okay.
If that's where the party is, if that's where the fun is, I'm going off the
Just
cliff.
going to ask your spine for forgiveness later, right? See,
I love that about you, actually, though. Okay, we're
Aw.
super different in that way.
we are.
But as your mother, I'm giving you permission to come home on the 17th.
You should. I'm sure your boss
Is
would
it the
understand.
same airline? Like, how does this work?
Yeah, like it's Southwest. We can just switch it. It's
Oh,
not
there you
rocket
go.
Oh,
science.
Although the last time you flew, they thought that they were going to cheat the system. Sometimes it doesn't work in your favor.
No.
And you went on standby, and you were stranded in Chicago for 12 hours.
Oh. And that's
Well, yeah, because there was there was standby flights. We had 2 legs to get home. We have Kansas City to Chicago, and we have Chicago to Grand Rapids. And so our flight, it wasn't supposed to leave until like 8 p.m. on Wednesday, like the day before Thanksgiving. But there was openings on a 1 p.m. flight. So we were like, well, we're either going to be sitting in the apartment all day in Kansas City or the Kansas City airport, or we can try to get on standby and get home earlier with the risk of sitting in the Chicago airport. So we get on the first flight by the skin of our teeth. There's 3 people that they're waiting on to like see if they can get on the flight. And then the like flight attendant hands us 2 tickets and is like, here you go, you got on the flight. So we get on the first flight from Kansas City to Chicago. I kick a pilot into the jump seat. Like literally this plane was full.
oh my gosh.
And we're like, this is great. We're gonna make it. And then we're sitting in the Chicago airport. We have like 2 hours until the next flight, and we're on standby and keep getting bumped down because Southwest prioritizes their employees. And so if there's more employees over you, you're going to get bumped down. And so we were the only 2 people on the list that weren't cleared to fly from Chicago to Grand Rapids. So we were in the airport for like 8 hours.
Oh. And it's the worst because where you're going home to for Christmas, you could literally driven there in half the time.
You could have
Yeah.
Ubered home.
From Chicago. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And a less packed space on top of it. So there's that.
You should have
But
done that. You
Exactly.
should have Ubered home.
there
Well,
you
we
go.
thought about it, but the price of a rental car and Uber is just as much as the flight you're getting on. So, and with
Yikes.
traffic and everything, I bet it was crazy.
I bet
it
if you email your boss and just say, hey, I want to get home a little early, would that be okay?
Hey, this is what I would do. I didn't hear back from you, so I assumed it was fine, and I booked the ticket.
That's kind of what I'm feeling
feel
because I
me?
did ask her a
You
week
feel
ago.
me? You feel me?
I don't know if I'm feeling anything. I don't know. I think I'm feeling
you-
a lot of sweat.
You are sweating.
I actually broke out a little bit.
Yes, you did.
And then I was thinking back. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't tell that gift story correctly because I bought the shirt and then walked out and then they texted me back. I have to confess that even.
Wow, you're such a good person.
It blows. It blows. It's so much work to be good.
It is.
So much
I
work.
wouldn't know, but
Oh, come on. Come on. I hope you get home early, Ellie. That would be good.
I have booked entire vacations, and then they're like, "You're not here." I'm like, "Oh, didn't I tell you? I thought I did. I thought I mentioned that."
All right, sorry about that. By the way, I need next week off. I could, you know what I'd be thinking about on the vacation though, if I did that.
That you hurt somebody.
I'd be like, I need to email and
Oh, yeah.
make him right, and blah 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 blah
Goodness
blah blah
gracious,
blah blah
Adam.
blah. So, anyways,
Ay, ay, ay.
well, that'll be fun. So, does this mean, Ellie, if she gets home in time, you can be live with us in the studio?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Be awesome.
So book the flight. I'd do it right now while we're on the podcast. And let us know how it
Well,
turns
I
out.
can't. I'm not the one changing the flights. I don't trust myself to do that. So that'll be a
See?
later
What?
thing.
One time I called Ellie I was stranded in the Las Vegas airport.
Oh, that's a big one.
And I wanted to get home so bad. I'd been on a work trip and I was really tired and I wanted to get home. And there was construction on the runway. So they bumped everybody.
Oh,
What was so annoying about that is like there was no way to get the flights off that runway anyway.
Well, right, you're trapped.
So it was a big scam. I was like, could you have told me about this before I arrived at the airport? And then, so I figured out how to fly to Denver and then stay at my aunt's house and then get on a different. I'm not good at all that last minute hubbub though. So I call Ellie. I'm like, you're a better generation to navigate this than me. Get me home. And so you went on one of those super cheap flights.
Cheapflights.com.
You flew
Allegiant.
Allegiant. I didn't put you on Spirit, so be thankful for that.
Allegiant, though, they didn't even give me any water. You had to pay for a bottle of water on Allegiant, and the seats were really uncomfortable. I didn't care. I got.
You're like, I'm getting home.
I got home.
That's right.
But I did that same thing where I was like, "Oh, I'm sure my company will pay for it."
Whoops.
They were like, "No, that's on you."
Sorry about that.
So it doesn't always turn out on your favor.
Not really. And it is super stressful when things change last minute.
And my personality can't take it. You know that, right, Ellie?
Oh no, it's awful. It's anything last minute changes. Talk to the accountant about it. Talk to dad about it. You do not talk to mom about last minute changes.
So you
I remember in fourth grade, I wanted to have a sleepover, and I called mom. Wrong person to call. Should have called dad.
I don't do well. And then she got super punished because she mentioned about the sleepover in front of a friend, which put me in an awkward position, and it was a whole thing. Now, Piper, your younger
I got my
sister.
3DS taken away for a week. I was
Oh, a
upset.
week. Oh, my word.
Oh, wow.
She didn't run over a small child.
That was parenting an oldest child.
Truth.
When you parent the younger ones, it's like taking away the DS affects me, not them. So I
You're like, no, I have to entertain the kid.
Yeah,
That's right.
No,
we're all punished.
No. Yeah, now I'm being punished too. So
Love you.
Piper tells me this morning because Piper's makeup exploded on her allegedly. Allegedly, her elf contour
What?
exploded on her. I know,
How does
right?
that- I was
I
trying
know.
to cook
Yeah,
it.
right.
Yeah, I'm like, or do we need a different shade now that it's
Or
winter?
did we smash it up against
Yeah.
our face? I need a new one. Yeah.
So she tells me this morning at breakfast, you got to come to me with something in the morning. This is when I'm at my highest energy level and I'm most likely to say
True.
yes.
There's a strategy to this. Everyone at this point knows it. If you want to take her shopping, take her early in the morning. Make sure she's caffeinated and fed. If you need something, text her in the morning. You're not going to get a response if it's past 8 p.m.
So you're a first shifter.
I'm a first shifter.
Okay.
So then Piper says to me, my makeup exploded, which she told me the whole tale. She's 15, so the whole thing is highly dramatic, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's too bad. And then today she goes, Mom, are you busy today? And I just, yes.
All day.
It's
Why?
dangerous. With her, it's dangerous because she'll
Yeah.
ask if you're busy. And then if you say no, it's,
Yes.
can you take me somewhere?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
so
she'll abduct your whole day.
Oh, the whole day. So I was like, I am very busy. I'm not, but I'm very busy. Why? And she's like, I need you to take me to Ulta.
Oh.
And which I don't like Ulta either, believe it or not.
No offense to anyone who works there if you're listening. It's just a lot of
It's a
smells.
lot. It's the lights for me. They're too bright.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I need to replace my makeup, which means I need to replace her makeup, right? But I actually need something from Ulta. And I said, okay. I said, you mentioned it first thing in the morning, so I have all day to emotionally, spiritually, and physically prepare to go to Ulta. Because I hate that place.
Yeah, the lights, the smells.
It's like so overwhelming. But I'm going to do the online order that I pick up. So Piper doesn't know it, but
strategy.
a little employee is coming to the car with the pink bag. It's going to be pre-purchased and prepaid for. I'm not going in the store.
Not doing it.
Which is now how I know my husband feels. We were at Home Goods.
Oh.
Did you see this on Facebook
I
this
did.
week?
Best favorite post on social media all week.
Okay. We were at Home Goods because he bought me a little table from West Elm for my birthday, but it was a little shaky. Like Braden put it together
Yeah, and like the thing was off, so it was crooked. And if you wanted it to hold a cup of coffee, and the cup of coffee would have been slanted, and so it was a whole thing.
Braden has an engineer brain. He's going to be a dentist, but he's got an engineer brain. So if Braden says it's wonky, it's wonky.
It's wonky.
It's wonky.
I trust him with teeth.
Yeah,
He knows if they're straight or not.
he will.
So
I did, but I didn't have the heart because I don't want to be the person. I'm trying to work on my personality, and I'm trying to live in a spirit of gratitude. It's
at
very
least
hard
like,
for me.
oops, bull shark on the field. Threw that card.
There's a flag.
There's a flag on
For
the flag.
anyone else that
There's a
says
flag.
I'm trying to work on my personality.
I want to be a more grateful person.
That's the person.
So Dave got me what I asked for my birthday, and even though it was a piece of crap, I was
You asked for it.
How's it going so far? We're
not good. Well, the thing has already been returned. That's how it's going. But then I had been at Home Goods earlier,
Yeah.
and I had seen what I really want, which was a very nice quality marble table
Ooh,
that was
marble.
a lot longer, so it could not only hold my coffee mug but my
Mm-hmm.
Bible
Love
for
it.
daily devotion
On the marble table.
and my headphones
Oh, love
that
it.
I also got for my birthday, and a cup of coffee and a decorative object.
Of course.
So
Obviously.
Dave
Of
gets
course.
the box of this thing out of my office, and he's like, "Are we returning this?" And I go, "I would like to return it because it's a piece of crap, but I also am so grateful that you bought it for me for my birthday." And he's like, so he takes the birthday table and the box it came in, and he puts it in the trunk of the car. And I said, "But would you like to go to meet with me to Home Goods to look at this table? I'm thinking about replacing it with."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Sure." So we're there, and he's huffing and puffing and harumphing around. He hates Home Goods. He hates it.
Really? Is it? It can't be the smells because that's Ulta.
He just hates it. He does not like going in that store. So I buy the table because I'm very confident in my choices. Yep, that's the one I want. Da, 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 da. And he's shoving it in the trunk of the car, and he looked at me in deadpan. He goes, "If you die, I am never getting remarried." Wow. And I'm like, because I'm irreplaceable. He goes, "No, so no woman could ever force me to go to Home Goods ever again." He was dead serious.
There's some trauma there.
He was serious.
There is some rough stuff going on. Can we go and video all three of us going to Home Goods?
Yep. When Ellie's home on the 17th.
Down.
Done.
I
Done.
love Home Goods.
You like Home Goods?
It's better than Ulta. How about that? It's okay.
Can we decorate your place?
Maybe. You know why Home Goods throws me for a loop? It's fine inside. I don't know what half the stuff is. You go in the kitchen section, I'm like, I haven't seen half these items in my life. I need a fork, a knife, a bowl, and maybe a mixer. Call it good. There's these olive oil dripper things that looks like shampoo. What is that?
Love it. I
To
use it for
drizzle
coffee
the
syrup
olive
every
oil.
day.
Oh, coffee drinkers. That's
Coffee
probably
drinkers.
why. I don't know.
Mhm.
And then there's a lot of fluffy things.
Yeah.
And then everything has a heart on it. I don't need hearts on everything.
Do you know what Ray Dunn is or who Ray Dunn is?
Love Ray Dunn. Give me
Sounds-
all the stuff. See, like these decorations behind me are my
Oh.
Christmas Home Goods decorations,
Is that a Santa lamp?
along with this little wreath thing. Great.
What is that tiny thing on your end table? This is
This?
so cute.
Yeah,
this is
we
Ellie's
need to
first
describe
grown-up
this.
apartment.
Aw. Oh, it's a snow
The
globe.
snow globe and a nutcracker.
Oh, it's a nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
I was like, he's a little skinny for Santa.
I thought it was Elf on the Shelf. I was like, don't tell me you're starting that tradition. Oh, you guys.
Oh, no.
This is the first year we have not had to do the insanity that is Elf on the Shelf.
You know, I used to think people who are like not liking Up on the Shelf were just a little too like frustrated about life. But then I always see what parents go through challenge wise. And it's a lot of pressure to be able to get every single day a new creative idea
It's
and the
horrible.
elves do something
Keep in
fun.
mind, they only did Elf on the Shelf for the youngest kid because he found out about it from school, and so they decided to implement it. I
Classic
didn't grow up with no
firstborn.
Elf on the Shelf.
Okay, here's
This was
what
the
happened.
youngest kid edition.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Zane came home. Was he in like kindergarten or first grade?
Yeah, I think he was in like kindergarten.
Okay, like kindergarten. And he goes, "I'm so excited. I'm so excited." He goes, "The elf is coming tomorrow. The elf is coming tomorrow." I misunderstood.
Oh no.
I thought he thought Elf on the Shelf was showing up at our house. So I went to the store and I bought that Elf on the Shelf.
And you fell right into it.
And I was like, ah! And so the next day, the elf arrived, and it comes with a letter and the whole thing. And he was like, what's going on? We have this in our classroom, too. What had happened was
Oh no.
he was excited for the classroom Elf on the Shelf. And that started a years-long horrible Elf on the... And they're doing the snow angels and the flower and the whole thing. Finally this year, I was like, no more Elf on the Shelf. It's dead. So we gave the Elf on the Shelf to the dog, and the dog ate it.
If you want more of the Mom Millennial podcast, well, then subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes without having to do the work, and that's totally our jam.